Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. It's another day, another Apollo Justice stream. Oof, I've been waiting for this one. Let me catch up on chat. Nameless, juicio. Es hora del chambeo, sí. It's time to become a lawyer once again. Troste, pero ¿por qué troste? ¿Qué pasa, Mark? Hi Mars, welcome in. It's Apollo time, GP. Yes, indeed. Also, I have added a a new channel point redemption. It's an ara, basically. Ya sabes lo que me pasa, Zark. ¿El qué? ¿Qué pasa? I was waiting for this. I know, Mars. I'm sorry I had to make you wait a whole week for this. Ara gratis, sí, hombre, de gratis nada. Son 100.000 puntos. But yeah, how's everyone being? How are you all doing? Were you all waiting for this? Let me just... Pero, ¿qué vas a decir? Zack, no me tiendes que ahora como un psicópata. Te estoy tentando, sí. I'm going to tempt all of you to waste your points in the Ara redemption. Okay. I poured myself some more water, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? I'm still doing homework, but Polly Pocket is stronger. There you go. But please, actually do your homework. Don't let me distract you from doing your homework. Alright, let's jump right into the game. Aye, you can do it. I know you can do your homework. I believe in you, Mars. You can do it. Polly believes in you. Clavier believes in you. Trucy believes in you. All of us believe in you. I'm still determined to make you my bitch. La violencia. Nameless chose violence today. Elegiste la violencia hoy, Ast. Madre mía. 10 araras equals one close stream exactly. I have missed Apollo. I've missed Apollo. So much. July 9, 10 AM. District Court. Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for... how do I say that?
Maquito Bay, Your Honor. The pixie of the arpeggio. My bit pero buen sentido. Un poco complicado eso. Sí que esto es una pequeña demostración. Uy, tengo miedo. I'm afraid. Aloha, hey, Demencito, Víctor, welcome in. Que se me ha pasado saludaros, disculpa. Polly, I'm back to torment you and sim for your boyfriend. Courtroom rival. Guilty love.
Right, it's trial. Court is in session.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-OK, Her Judge.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement, Ja.
No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
You are going to have to let me know if the sound level is okay. Vais a tener que decirme si se escucha bien la voz, si se escucha bien el juego. If the game sounds alright. Maybe I could... Elógiame. I think I'm going to boost the game just a little bit more. Hold up. Ahí. Just a tiny bit. A ver, Nameless. Eres un artista increíble. Eres una persona que trae positividad y felicidad siempre que hablo contigo. Y eres increíble. Eres una persona increíble en general. You are a wonderful person, Nameless. And you are a wonderful artist just as well. Judge.
Are you gay or European?
Everything's fine, like Apollo Just. Y una quinta parte de Nara GP. The law! Welcome in, Blue Parrot. Guys, I already clipped the gay and European thing. I don't want to do it again. Hold up. Let me go find it. Let me go. I already clipped it from last time. Eurovision in a nutshell. Me dio vergüencita demostrar mi poder, sí. Es que el complemento también es para dar un poco de vergüenza ajena. Sí. Nah, pero en serio, eres increíble en inglés. Sigue así.
No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yes?
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Eh? I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You would only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about? Yeah, what is the judge going on about? As a gay and European myself, I smell it on him. We will take your word for it, Mars. I am. As a fellow European and bisexual man myself, we all agree that we can smell it on him.
Well, actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial. The Chief Justice's son.
Chief Justice? The Chief Justice? Oh no, I'm having Gantt flashbacks. ¿Qué tal, Blue Parrot? ¿Cómo está todo? ¿Cómo te encuentras? The Chief Justice?
His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems.
Ah.
Oh, so I thought I would go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending? Trucy, you are too pure for this world. Well, me encuentro. Gente, denle mucho apoyo y ánimo a Blue Parrot en chat. People, please give your support to Blue Parrot. They are having a rough time at the moment, and we want to make them feel better. Mucho ánimo, Blue Parrot. Tú puedes. Gambare. She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Mr. General Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're in luck, Herr Judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think.
Nani? Thank you, things are getting better now, finally. Yeah. Things will get better eventually. And that goes for all of you in chat if you're going through a rough spot or anything. Things will get better. I know they will. Ay, mucha fuerza.
First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Letous, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress, La Miroir. The cause of death? Blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details.
Oh, the court accepts this into evidence.
Letous' autopsy report. Okay, let's see.
45 caliber, that's quite large, isn't it?
The lyrics, investigation request, the postcard, the gun, the brooch, the mix symbol, the keyring, and the autopsy report. Time of death, between 9 and 9:30 p.m. July 7, blood due... time elapsed between shooting and death, currently under review. I see. Cuando menos te lo esperes te robaré el coche. Dale, Blue Parrot, comete el mundo. Slay your enemies. Yes. Destruir Italia, devolvernos a ser de... No es de mi plan tan alto que se entera la policía. Ay, qué bien nos lo pasamos estos directos. We have a lot of fun in the Apollo Justice streams, and I love it so much.
A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was much, and that was such that he could not be saved.
Oh, I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering.
Crime photo.
2 shots were fired. One shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall of the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit.
Oh, I see. The court accepts this evidence.
Okay.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Yeah, apparently, weapons that size have a powerful kickback. Pam para param pam pam. Gun pew pew, yeah, exactly. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it would break every bone in his body.
The offense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage, in a dressing room. This dressing room only has one entrance, this door.
Oh, that does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
he's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet, when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible.
Oof. I want to be that wall right now.
Exactly. This murder was impossible.
Qué guarra eres, Clavier, te amo.
For all but one person.
One person.
That is, of course, the defendant, Malky Tobey.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime. But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Y me roba la broma. Yes, I stole your joke. I swear to God, I love Ace Attorney, but they got a bit dumb for accusing a 14-year-old of murder. Yeah. Yeah, the original, the mainline series is quite corny and very, very like that, where it's like, oh, the prosecutors are a genius, and then they will miss a very obvious visual cue in like a photo or something like that. It's kind of baffling. You know what game doesn't do that? Exactly. The great Ace Attorney. The best Ace Attorneys ever. What those hands do. Oof. They do a lot of things. Nameless.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back up this claim. Please show the witness to the stand.
Like, remember when in the first game... Emma! Nice. Remember when in the first game, D. Basket was like, oh, but I couldn't have killed... I couldn't have killed him because I can't carry a large spear with me. And everyone was like, yeah, that makes total sense. But now they are accusing the child of shooting a very powerful revolver. Like, why doesn't the logic from that case apply all the way over here, you know? Clavier is so hot, oh my god, I'm Arrow Ace, but I would stop being it for you or your brother, I swear to God. Dios mío, menudo mood.
Your name and profession, please.
I'm not Kai. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow.
Oh, secret at the concert, you say?
Can't be good I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
No, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered.
¿Cómo se pone la gente? Es que sí. New sexual orientation unlocked. Clavier. I am Clavier sexual, Your Honor. Oh, Apollo, I'm so jealous of you and how you know what does finger that can do outside of playing guitar. My god. Chat always goes crazy for Clavier and I love it so much. I would have loved to have all of you when I was playing the Greatest Attorney on stream. That would have been great. Everyone just simping for Ban 6. That would have been incredible. I still love you so much, Polly, don't worry.
And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony, if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day, and your discovery of the crime, please.
Y yo insultándolo. Mentira, te ha acabado gustando el personaje al final y lo sabes. Eso sería desconocerse a niveles exagerados, sí.
Alright.
I think I'm doing Emma's voice a little bit too high pitched. I'm going to try to lower it down. Murderous circumstances.
The night of the murder was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with this concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
But why? Yo creo que Twitch me banearía. I would have been the only one simping over Gamshu because Gami... No, I mean, yeah, all Gamshu as well, but I'm talking about the Greatest Attorney, like the spin-off games. La barbaridad es que le podría decir, sí. A ver, nunca me disgustó, pero me violentaba constantemente al niño que quieres que haga comprensible. Y las que soltaré cuando aparezca este señor Emo que te dije. Eso va a ser una cosa. When we get to a certain prosecutor in the next game, Nameless is going to go wild in chat, I think.
Oh, it was lucky that the detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just ignore the giant bell in the ceiling. What the hell just happened?
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Maki did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Prosecutor, you say, it's easy. The time you play the next case, oh sweet Jesus, you have absolutely no idea. El emo ese, me ha salido en memes. I'm gonna say non-ethical things about Christoph Gavin you don't even know. I am so ready for that. He's very beautiful. I will give you that. Cross-examination. Alright, the night of the murder, you were on... Yeah, only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. I don't actually know his name, but it's the white and black dude from the fifth game. If so, prepare for me to, oh dear. How did Nameless and Mars unite forces so easily and so quickly? Yes, monochrome guy. Como era el comando de la Hornigel, exclamación hacia abajo, bonk. He's so hot, Zack. Could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Oh my goodness. Bonk everyone. Bonk everyone, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, not the door. A small window only opened at any crack. And I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent. Oh! But that air vent was too small. Well, who could possibly... Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through. Nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child. A child? Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child. The defendant! The pixie of the arpeggio flitted up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
I will goof at him. For the love of God. Hay mucho simpeo hoy en chat, Blue Parrot. There's a lot of simping in chat. He makes me an asexualize myself. He's so beautiful. You say that every time? But that's just conjecture.
Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, her forehead.
And there is another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. They said that it had recently been opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found, quite clearly. The defendant, Makitobe's fingerprints.
What? What? Lawyers in this game are always hot, except for Athena cause she's just cute, Manfred cause he's an old man, and Pain cause he's ugly. I know a couple of people who have the hots for Manfred von Karma. Old man Yuri. Old man Yuri. Me and Aroacing myself because of his attorney lawyers.
Order! Order! Order!
Oof. The air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, her forehead. What fairy tale does this suggest to you?
Ugh.
Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was not whooping it up in the audience.
So, this was his decisive evidence.
Oh, quite decisive indeed.
I know the circumstances under which the body was found. I was there. You what, Manfred? Hay un montón de gente que le van los hombres muy mayores a Blue Parrot. No sé por qué te sorprendes. There's not a single regular thought in this stream, indeed, Mark.
An examination of the crime scene was enough to nail down the killer.
I'm sure they have a good reason. They must have had a good reason to arrest Maki. And I'm going to find out what it was. Fuck. Okay. Nice lawyers, bitchy lawyers, hot lawyers, not legal lawyers. I would take almost them all, more at once if they want. Let's see. Only people involved with the concert. I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
Oh, you were the one chatting. I was sitting Stackus.
Oh, hey! I'm snacking in the court.
And you're sure the shots came from Lamiwak's room?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet.
Katonk.
Ah, thanks.
So, how about Emma? How about it, Emma?
Alright, there. Don't be mistaken about that.
Oh my god. They're speaking the language of the gods.
Ah, please, either talk or eat. Not both at the same time.
Conozco a gente que se lía con gente 30 o 40. I mean, I get it, I'm sort of one of them, but he's so white, yeah. I just looked at who Manfred is. Why?
Lo único que me gusta de Manfred es la hija. Saludos.
Busca Francisca Von Karma en Nameless.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
Munch, munch. We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave the Prolene special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Gee, great. I want your daughter so bad. You and so many people nameless.
Oh, some other hangers on. Trying to get backstage, but I dropped them off.
So, no other outsiders were there then.
And then,
She's 18 in her game. Tread those waters carefully. So, okay, so what are we meant to present here? It's fine, it's legal and closed. Este juego no sale. Determine that only the defendant could have done it. I can make her worse. Dear Manfred, I want the guy who your adopted child's husband, all courtroom rivals sent to prison, Christoph. Yes. No. Francisca fue una persona en el fondo. I mean, she... Nope. Oops. It's like, I want to say that the child couldn't have shot the weapon, you know, but like... How do I say that? Determine that only the defendant could have done it. Nope. We can't even say that Lamiwak could have been there. Esta es la idea más de Simping Attorney. Yes. Manigand, welcome in. How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Are we winning, Attorney? Acabamos de empezar y hay gente simpeando en el chat constantemente. Así que sí. Estamos simpeando. Digo, estamos ganando. I want a dating scene with Ace Attorney lawyers. So true. So true. Only certain people will... We're let in, though.
I didn't know about that.
Okay, we already read this one. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo ha ido tu día, Vanigan? ¿Cómo ha ido la esgrima? Rock?
They're in, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
Yeah. That's right. When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall. La gente de este juego es muy guapa, normal simpear. Smash Guilty Love, yes.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud? Estoy viendo de la clase y me ha gustado mucho. Nice. Ya me contarás luego los detalles. Qué bien. If Guilty Love was a person, it would be Clavier so much. Yes. Pensé seriamente apuntarme al curso. Dale. O sea, si te interesa y te gusta, ve a por ello. No hay un comentario respetuoso en este stream. Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gabineros with your ears. You feel it with your entire body.
Clavier. Care to repeat that, my friend?
You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
When we walked in the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
Oh, if you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself.
Anyway, I closed up the scene and started my investigation.
He wants to kill him with his body too. Indeed. Wow. I know the circumstances in which the body was found, I was there. Clavier, por favor, no participe esas cosas con este público degenerado, es uno de los culpables. The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Persecutor Gamin?
Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Well, isn't it obvious? My case! That whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys.
Oh my god, that animation. Apologize, this trilogy would be so much better if those two started making out in the middle of court. You're not wrong there.
I couldn't ride my hawk to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
Ah, there he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them. Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own.
Oh, what's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
Ooh. Ooh, those fingers. Oh dear.
Love is slow acting and new. Atroquinine is waiting for you.
Ah, he's singing something.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrift on the sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
Oh, I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean, time on their hands?
I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was what? Making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene.
Smash. En la gente de este stream no existe el slow bar, no. People in this chat just want to get right into the into the lewd hand-holding stage of their relationship. The relationship is basically guy who believes they're actual rivals, ex-guy who is in just for the sexual tension. The artist who drew Clavier definitely did it with one hand. I have no proof and no doubts. No. I have no proof. Yeah, exactly. No proof and no doubts. Correct.
Oh, simple and decisive.
Ugh.
I believe we've had enough to determine our verdict. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
I do that too, to be honest. Mars, please.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
Nah, it can't be over already.
Very well, I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
the prosecution has presented our proof, clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it would better be clear and plain.
Apollo! They've got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick.
I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Mackey is innocent with Johnny Depp. Without that.
Oops.
Mr. Justice.
I'm going to save just in case. There we go. Because we do have the witness being in la miroir, but
You have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case. If you do, you'd better tell us about it now.
this is it. And so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof? Clear and plain, just like the fact that Clavier is a hot homosexual who wants a porn in a homoerotical way. Mars, please? Let's see. I mean, we could argue that Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I would swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Atuki 9, my love.
Ah, there he goes again. That is too bad, because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? But how did you come to possess the knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I am the only one in the world who knows this. I am the only one in the world who knows this. Apollo, you are also very over the top. Just like your boyfriend. Smash that homosexual. Hello there, people. La Yaya, has venido en el momento exacto en el que todo el mundo está simpeando por Clavier otra vez. What's going on? I just talked to him, and now... He's alive! Mr. Ledoux, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see
Hang in there, Mr. Ledoux. Tell me, who was the witness?
the witness. See the na.
A ver, por favor, gente, llevamos 36 minutos. ¿Cuándo es el momento exacto? Sí. Apollo's my baby son, he's so cute. Poor baby, my baby. He had to see dead people.
See the na.
Y 35 años va dándole la clave, sí.
What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did. And perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is what her forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Do we have to start bonking? Ya hemos empezado antes, sí. But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently, you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
Why didn't they ask Apollo? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usually is called for.
No backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice. La miroir.
Recall Mr. Letoux's last words.
The witness is Sirena.
How many times have we seen this exact scene by now? I think it's up to 3 or 4 times. Apollo, can you blame him? He was imagining you naked. Let him be. Madre mía. Es verdad, Laia, ¿tú te crees que yo les puedo controlar? Make it 5.
Oh, the siren. Ah, he meant the siren.
That's right. The siren of the ballad, La Miroir. La Miroir was only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
Ah, I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin,
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma's case cross-examination. Please show Lamiwak to the witness stand.
Lamiwak would say nothing on the night of the murder. Not today, though. They will drag that story out of her. Will drag that story out of her, no matter what it is. We wouldn't have to see this all the time if they had taken our testimony. Yeah. Clavier, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Just take your boyfriend's testimony.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom.
Ah, you are too kind.
Oh, you can speak English?
Yes, yes I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know.
Oh, you speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language. Nor where I studied it.
What does she mean she doesn't know?
I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. I wanted to let my boyfriend do it.
What's that?
Lamiwak suffers from amnesia.
Amnesia?
Lamiwak is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage. Wow, she's even more mysterious than I thought.
Oh god, here we go with the amnesia. Here we go again. Clavier will accept the testimony only if Apollo will accept the kiss. Lamiwak is just like me. She knows English, but she has no idea how. Same. She's just like me, for real, for real.
As loaded singer Lamiwak, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet... Sleepy. I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
Oh, I see. I care surprisingly little about people's past.
Wow, really, Judge?
You have nothing to fear in this court, Lamiwak.
Ah, thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
Lamiwak, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here. I do not want to ask you up here to testify. Yet, that young gentleman with the white forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Oh my! Ah, congratulations, Apollo! You're the bad guy!
Congrats, Apollo. You fucked it up. That snapping finger of Clavier, oh my god, it smashed so bad. She's indeed more than it appears. A.k.a. his boyfriend, anyway. Ugh.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome.
Judge?
Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
Alright, chat, get ready for her to say that she's blind. What I saw.
As for what I saw nothing. That night I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something bad had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
Call Polly the bad guy again and I'm gonna find your location, do unethical things with your daddy, to then bombard you, Trucy. People have strong feelings about Apollo in this chat, it seems.
Oh, I must...
Oh, que me muero. I'm going to die.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
There you have it. I'm very sleepy. He saw nothing that night. Apollo, come to bed right now. I'm very sleepy. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat. And refrain from detaining her here longer than need be.
Wow, he just got better, Apollo. Way to go.
Ugh.
Well, Mr. Justice, keep it short and sweet.
Lamiwak wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. With my child, no. 198, 162, 10, 1? Yeah, no. And about you, Clavier, I'm gonna do unethical things to your brother too. Steal your clothes and your boyfriend. Hmm.
But, oh, yes.
Oh, but you must have seen something. I'm sorry, chat. I'm very sleepy today. Mr. Lettuce named you.
Mr. Lettuce. How can I tell you what I don't know?
La miroir. He said you were a witness with his dying words.
I do not know what he meant to say, but that night...
Your wife, yes. A ver, puede tener una esposa y un esposo, no sé. Mark.
That night I was invited to sing on stage and this I did.
It was a great concert. Christoph Gavin, male wife.
Ah, you heard me sing. Thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually.
Of course.
Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. One of my gamer would be nice.
Judge.
Herr Judge,
What is this?
it's my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy.
Judge, is your grandchild called Mars? Apparently his grandson is a big fan. Mars, you are in the video game now. You are the judge's grandson.
Let us continue, shall we? If you would, la miroir. Tell us what you did after your stellar performance.
I did not return backstage after the second set. You fool. You absolute buffoon. You fall into one of the oldest tricks in the book. Fun fact, Apollo's ringtone, as he claims to hate the Gaviner's music, is the Lost Serenade. Ooh. I'm sorry, la miroir, but I'm having trouble believing you. Hi people, I'm in Apollo Ace Attorney Trilogy. You remember these brutes, do you not?
Wait, that's la miroir's. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony? Prosecutor Gavin.
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime.
What?
La miroir. How did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
Oh, what's the meaning of this? Let me walk, please explain.
La miroir?
This is... English is quite difficult.
That trick's not going to work here. Ah, so she's pulling a Giselle Brett on us.
Your forehead may be large, but you're a lawyer, truly.
Okay.
But you have missed one important fact.
What now?
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all that?
What is he talking about, Apollo?
Yeah, Apollo, put your courtroom rival in a corner. Go fuck him, put him on a tight spot. Right, when this incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that?
What's this room for me? I have to call for backup.
Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Mr. Lettuce, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Number 6, chat, number 6. Mi chula miroir, Apollo Cannon. Help is on the way.
The witness is Sirena.
Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Hey, psst. Emma? What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Oh, no.
I could have sworn I heard the door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
Ah, so this was when your brutes dropped. That explains that.
It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
But that's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch?
Head of forehead. Can I kiss you? I mean, she has raised the possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
Ah, so she looked in at the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed.
Polly is always right, yes.
I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains the brooch. I should told your testimony.
That is too convenient. She's hiding something. Let me walk. You did look into the room though, right?
Yes,
Testify as to what you saw.
very well. Though it was only the briefest of glimpses.
Ooh. Ooh, the bracelet is shining. A wall? Was there a wall there?
It's what in English?
A division or partition, I believe. It was a large dressing room, divided into two halves.
And the murder took place in the inside half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body. She's hiding something like Clevier, though he's in the closet and she just has a secret. Let's see. Oh. Gotcha! Oh dear, she's moving her neck up and down? The late Mr. Letus's body, you say?
Yes.
You know something more about Mr. Letus's death than you are saying.
What?
I could see you trying not to remember. But the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes.
It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Letus have to be shot?
One moment, Lamiwa.
Yes.
What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Letus have to be shot?
Yes.
She was hiding something. I knew it. Gotcha! She's gulping. Ooh. Yeah, she's very thirsty, chat, just like me. And just like everyone in chat simping for Clever. We're all very thirsty. Lamiwa, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
Eh? How could that be?
Take this! Lamiwa contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. Wait. It has to be the lyrics, right? Clever when Apollo or chat when Clever, yes. Hydrate now, thank you. It has to be the lyrics, right? Like that's the reason that he was shot. What do you think, chat? Should we go with the lyrics? Did she know? Did she know that he was going to get shot? Oh yeah, like yeah. At the end of the testimony, she said that she didn't know anything, and she was told nothing by the police. Yeah, she said the late body. So it has to be the investigation request then? To ensure that this is in secrecy, the bearer is hereby ordered to speak to no one outside the investigation. Tell me, Lamiwag, how did you know he had been shot?
Well,
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet, you knew that Mr. Letus had been shot. How could you have known? Oh dear. Gotcha.
Lamiwag! You aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Now I remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony.
Of course. All we want to know is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, huh?
She saw something. I know it. Even the victim said so. Gotcha, bitch. I saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Letus had been shot. Only a glimpse, yet you knew they were bullet holes?
Yes, I recognized him immediately. I have seen bullet holes before, you know.
You have to tell the world as a singer. You must have sung in places far more dangerous than our country.
I go whenever my voice is needed. Those places are many these days.
You're probably thinking of Apollo while writing that song with one hand, yes.
That's really cool. I hope I get to travel like Lamiwag someday.
I plan on recording my next album overseas. Their studios have a different sound, you know.
Maybe I should go on a course of steel tour too. I saw bullet holes in the wall and knew Mr. Letus had been shot. I mean, but the holes were like in the wall, right? Let me take the... Aha! So when the door was open, she couldn't have seen the holes, right? Like if you fully open the door, it will cover up the holes in the wall, basically. Like if you just extend the horizontal line there. Don't worry, the first place for your course of steel tour is Clavier's office with soundproof walls. Objection! My goodness. We are getting very thirsty today in chat, are we? Let me... Oh, sorry. Lamiwag. They call you the siren of the ballad. But Lizard hardly can be coming of such a creature.
Oh, a put-down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah?
Come on, can they be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Lamiwag, you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes. But they were in the room, they were in the wall the door is on. You see? Assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes.
Yuck.
Clavier said himself, he has soundproof walls in his office. Apollo will personally test them.
Oh, Lamiwag.
Yes.
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something.
And I must tell you what it is that I saw.
Oh, yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. I'm certain it will be on the news in Virginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls to you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing.
But she knew how Mr. Letus died, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lamiwag.
Very well. Lamiwag, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall.
Finally, my goodness. What I saw, too.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were two shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Maki. It was a grown person. I know it was.
Ah, so you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Herr Forehead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your cross-examination.
I've gotta go, guys. Venga, ya. Que te vaya bien en el curro. Good luck with your work. Que te vaya bien. Chao, chao.
Ah, quit going, Apollo. You were right about Lamiwag. What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. You saw Apollo making out in the dressing room after the second act. And now refuses to talk to them. She's traumatized for life. So, you were heading toward the dressing room.
Yes.
So, this is little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. At the same time, Emma and I heard those shots.
I was on my way back.
What exactly is something like a little window?
Yes, well. Window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it's said, yes.
You need not worry, Lamiwag. Your choice of words is impeccable. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail.
That little window on the wall.
I saw the crime from there.
There were two shots. You are certain you heard two shots fired?
Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound, like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot, much closer.
Bang. And there were two bullet holes at the scene. No contradictions so far.
It all happened on the other side of that window. There was nothing I could do.
It was. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I have to wake up very early every day, and it's making its toll on me. I'm so sorry. It wasn't Maki who shot. Are you sure?
Yes, quite certain.
It amuses me that you would question her testimony. It is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object?
Yeah, Apollo. What were you thinking?
Lucy, let's just listen to what Lamiwag has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure?
Yes, of course. You see.
A grown person. That's a little vague.
I am sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Oh, certainly you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
It was a man, a young man.
And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice.
Ah. Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you would have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Letouche?
He's thinking naked Xavier. What do you think he's thinking? Yeah. Fair.
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Letus who spoke, I would have known.
Oh, indeed. No, you were at the window, and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That proves it wasn't Maki.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case into a considerable different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
A ver, let's see. Clavier, my love, what are you saying? He was her guard. I mean, it's kind of fishy because then how did the grown man get out of the room, you know? Clavier is hot, indeed. The only position where the murderer could have been was like right down to the south, maybe. Alright, let's do something very stupid, chat. Though it pains me to say this. There's something about Lamy Wag's testimony that rings false.
Bravo, Hair Forehead. You're colder than I thought.
I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lamy Wag has to be lying.
I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting.
It is as Hair Forehead says. Yet, this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
What next? What is he talking about?
Lamy Wag, I understand why you would want to protect Maki. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad, and lies do not become such a creature. A creature.
No, I cannot pronounce creature, sorry chat. Bro is so in love he became Italian and turned German again to then American. Yes.
What does the prosecution mean?
Apollo, what is he talking about?
How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that?
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well.
The state of the room?
Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed. I find it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it.
What? But I'm sure.
Lamy Wag, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
But she's the only eyewitness we have.
So you say. And the victim named her the siren as the witness.
That's right. That's what Mr. Letus.
We heard your claim. We will entertain the possibility. And it brought us to this. Herr Judge.
Yes.
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. It's indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But the Lamy Wag can testify.
Then we don't have a chance of proving Maki's innocence.
Oh dear.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now where were we? Oh yes. We'd like to hear from Frolin Detective again.
God, they are so in love. Wait, let me hear Lamy Wag's testimony one last time.
Oh, but the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Hair Forehead?
I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Roll in detective. How far had we gotten at until we were so rudely interrupted?
Oh, don't ask me.
That is like saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Letus's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Oh, yes, there was only one door in the room. And a witness, you, was standing in front of it.
The air vent isn't very big, you see.
You would repeat it for Apollo, yes.
That kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case. Though within the report, something caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances. Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Maki? That was bizarre. Like, a very bizarre adventure, you know?
She's right. Why did Mr. Letus's body disappear from the room? And end up on top of that stage tower. Bro, how does he know Italian? Virtuoso is Italian, how? He's a man of a lot of talents. Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation, Her Judge.
Oh, hell, thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough. You get the nose for things.
The judge sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Prolin Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer?
Then he knows all languages for real. He can and will raise you up in every language he knows. Exactly. The missing body.
I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamigo's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Emma, don't play with me. Lamigo's song?
Yes, the guitar serenade. You noticed its code too, did you not?
It's code.
All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys of my heart held on to so deadly were stolen. Then
Prosecutor Gamin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Letus's life was taken by a bullet.
The rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
The judge is a fan of Ruby. I admit, I had forgotten about the song. Apollo, we need to talk about your memory issues, buddy. Buddy, we need to talk about your memory issues. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping around to songs and counting to songs. But killing?
It's a wild world out there, Her Judge.
Very well. We've heard of one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination.
One song and dance? Is the game afoot? I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing. But will be doing a lot of tap dancing, that's for certain. The missing body. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics?
I don't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
It is as Prolin Detective says. Let us begin with the first verse, if you would, Prolin Detective.
What? You want me to sing it?
You are the witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? I warned you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial.
Fine. Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we? When you stole away the keys my heart held on to so tight.
Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key ring was stolen that morning.
Next, we go to the right page on the lyrics sheet. Where we find burning all in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away. Mr. Letus's life was taken by a bullet.
Bravo, prudent detective. Your singing, it's not bad. Now for the finale. Guitar, up together to the sky. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Letus was found with a guitar, high in the sky over the stage. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived.
You're right, scientifically speaking. What would Wookie have said? That concert was back. It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that.
Do you guys think that Klevir calls Apollo Hashen, diminutive of Bunny, a German pet name, outside of court just cause it's funny? He's 6 feet deep in love. I mean, Apollo does... He does have a certain bunny-like appearance with those two long strands of hair on top of his head.
Anyway, the shooter.
Does the prosecution have any idea why he would do all this?
You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep reason?
Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar. Unforgivable acts, even if he had a reason. And worse if he had none.
Leave us complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim.
Prudent detective. I take offense at that description.
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say.
Yes, this crime was planned for sure.
Because of his hair, right? You get it for real. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. But Mr. Letus spoke English. He may have come to this country before.
I looked into that, I assure you.
Oh.
It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own.
Great.
You see, no one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such an elaborate fashion.
Oh, it does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt.
What do you say?
Dale, Emma. Hit him where it hurts, Emma.
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Diva, diva.
Of course not, but I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music.
Ah, they're even in my textbook at school.
And I had never heard of them. What does that say about me? Apollo, I am the same. I will literally have like zero band knowledge or like artist knowledge. I just listen to music in general. And if I like the song, I put it in the playlist, but I don't go looking for more songs from the same band or group, you know? I just listen to music. I am a humble listener of music.
I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy.
Glimmer Boy. You are a loser, Apollo. What do you mean by his signature?
The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed, and I left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
The dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Oh, difficult to say, difficult to miss, you say.
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No. You can't be serious.
Maki, he can't see.
Deja vu than been in this place before.
That's why he missed?
He missed his shot. He did a Hamilton. Se marcó un Hamilton el compañero Maki.
That's the only explanation that makes sense. He moves down in other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
That reminds me, the monitor in that room was playing at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
Hey, blind shooter.
He threw away his shot. Well, the first one at least.
No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think justice. What do I do now? He's the prosecutor, that's not an option, sadly. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why? He could dislocate their shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Maki Tobei, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. A kickback alone would throw off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Aha! Take that, smack prosecution. Ooh, look at that smack Apollo. Look at him. Not an option, but the right choice, indeed.
Apollo,
Huh? What?
that bit about Maki being tiny. And the gun throwing off his aim. Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh. I can see the gain is raising in his eyes.
It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point.
Ugh. Tribes. I really put my foot in it this time.
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, probably in the detective.
Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. A smack Apollo is a happy Polo. And a so happy me, exactly. You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that.
I wouldn't call it proof, per se.
Huh?
You've merely raised a possibility. The detective has made a most logical conjecture based upon the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence than just the bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped to the airvent.
He was so happy when he said, take that, smack prosecutor with the cutest face ever, yes. But wait, if he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place?
Oh, a very good point. Well played, detective. If you would care to explain?
He certainly seems sure of himself.
Recall the crime scene if you would.
It's like a kid showing you a good grade and expecting compliments for it. Apollo is a very excitable young man, indeed.
There was a step ladder below the air vent. Actually, it's a ladder. Shut up, Lucy. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents.
He's my baby. He's our baby. I don't believe it.
Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Maki Tobei. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of that. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of that step ladder.
But that's not a step ladder. It's a ladder. Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You will have figured it out for yourself. You only need to consider what that stepladder was doing there.
Shut up, Trucy. Paul is right. No, porque Trucy estaba del lado de stepladder.
Looks like the defense's objection has been squeezed by a stepladder.
Actually, it's a ladder, Your Honor.
Well, here for her. Out of ammunition, perhaps.
I've never seen Prosecutor Gamin so aggressive. Not even in the bedroom. Maybe he's got the scent of blood.
Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. I will put him in his place.
Proving the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of their central points. Do I have any evidence that can prove that though? So hot. Fine. I accept the prosecution's challenge.
Not I knew you would, her forehead.
What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Maki, who's blind, did it.
The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturns the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
This is that evidence!
The photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. And to press on. Yes, Your Honor. The crime scene. There is something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you would best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. The contradiction at the scene of the crime is...
The smear text. The contradiction is right here.
The smeared bloodstains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. It's like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something. Aha! I get it. At least I think I get it.
Get what, Froling?
When Mr. Letus was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Oh dear. Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. That, I just wish it wasn't all wrapped out like that.
Of course it dropped out. Why, if I were a killer? I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I.
Emma? No one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this. Do you agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What is your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Letus was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Her two neurons are like activating right now. They're like thinking very hard. Put it to good use. Keep your dirty jokes for the bed.
Wait a second.
Once he saw what it was?
But what did you just testify about the shooter?
I said they were blind.
Yet, the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Wait, hold up. Hold your horses. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise?
Oh.
May I remind the court that the defendant, Maki Toei, is blind? He couldn't have been the shooter. Madre mía, qué genios. Emma, it might seem crazy what I'm about to... Emma, it might seem crazy what I'm about to say. But he was blind, he couldn't have seen it.
Order! Order! Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now,
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Cabineers are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred. During our concert, apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor coming all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. And he's about to tell us.
I've got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Prolin detective. If I may,
What?
tell me. Why do you think that Makitobe is blind?
Huh?
What did he say?
What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lamiwag lead him around by the hand all the time?
He's calm because Apollo is there. And he's about to mess him up, indeed. No way.
I have a report here on the defendant, Makitobe. According to this, Makitobe can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Virginians. He can see quite well.
But you said...
What did I say exactly? And forehead, not once in the court of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did was Rolling Detective.
But that's...
A significant fact, yes. Consider Makitobe sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this.
But what about the bullet holes in the wall?
Yes, the bullet holes. I mean, the Hellford had neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. Yeah. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown off the brighter sky, off for brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, Hellforehead.
Yeah. Apollo, please. Don't become monkey. The feeling of kissing the defense attorney after trial fills him with determination. Shit, wrong game.
I knew you didn't have what it took.
You jerk.
Gavin was playing with both Emma and Apollo. Jesus Christ.
Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize.
Apollo, yes.
Oh, sorry.
There is no way to apologize.
He's angered the Trucy now. Look out.
If we can please end the bickering. Now.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. I can't live like this. I will come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that.
Oh, aha!
Uh-huh, what?
It's bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes?
You might be able to find out what was really written here.
Oh no. Oh no, Luminol. Oh no. Trucy enojada. Trucy ships them and not at the same time. Really? You can do that?
That's right. With this,
Oh, here it is. Here it is once again.
it's called luminol.
Where... Dios mío. Emma, I love you so much, but please do not bring up the Luminol to me once again. The acid is back.
I mean, you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Oh, yes. Have we done those tests yet?
Oh, as if I'm going to tell you.
The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood test, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now.
Right, go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple.
A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe analysis is called for. How about it?
Right, ready? This is a spy. Let's press A to spray an area. try.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo, your hand is shaking.
Ugh. Let's do this. Acid from long as Casey's back, spraying Polo. EP? GP? Wow, it really works. IPYX 314-206. Is that the start of P? Of pi? 3, 14, 15, 92, etc, etc. Is that there's like 3 pi is in there for some reason.
Ah, this must be the power of science. It says IPX.
Oh, it's an X.
IPXX 314-206. Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. If the killer was a robot.
Aha! I have it.
So, what is it?
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
Yes. Most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number?
Why would Mr. Letus even know a number like that?
Good show, Private Detective. Rock on.
Eh?
Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand.
Vamos a estar poniéndote y escribir eso. It's my GP address.
Darian, you heard what we need. We'll check into this Interpol ID number.
Sure then. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27.
I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet this number is really that of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait, I know. What if Makito is really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Letus know an Interpol ID number? Because he was the ID... He was the Interpol agent. That's what I want to know.
Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Makito Bay.
What are you talking about?
Brilliant detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Maki pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly. It makes little sense. What do you think, her forehead?
Huh? Me?
Makito Bay pretended he was blind. Do you know why?
How could he know? Wait, Yoshikita Kami knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of the trial. Been leading us on the whole time. Yeah, Clavier is smarter than he looks. Clavier's ex-boyfriend. For the time waiting, I say you to kiss. Yeah. In the meantime, just kiss.
Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game? No, but at the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything?
There was a reason why Makito Bay pretended to be blind. It wasn't for his own sake. It's in the picture now.
It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Because of la miroir? La miroir, the victim said that the witness was blind and the witness was la miroir. So it has to be la miroir? It's just that I don't know if this is like the correct evidence to present here. Whatever, let's go for it. Maki had no reason to pretend he couldn't see. Which means... No, it couldn't be.
Good show, her forehead. It seems you have thought of something.
Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take cues from this guy. You take a lot of cues from that guy, and also you completely miss the other cues the other cues that he's sending your way. You know, the cues about him wanting to fuck you and all that. Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see.
Notice! Lamiwa.
Lamiwa and Makito-e recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lamiwa and her pianist. They would always work together, leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. They would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
Good show, her forehead. Yeah, just say you want him carnally. My goodness. The chat today is out of their mind and I love it so much. Yet we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Maki could see. Why did they have to keep up this act the whole time?
Well, wasn't it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing. Oh, really? Really, it was all the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamiwa.
What is this? Do you mean to say that Lamiwa is... Jeez.
Yes, Your Honor. Lamiwa is blind.
What?
Order! This is crazy, Prosecutor Gamin.
Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his past forehead. And how hot he looks in that red suit. Yet, I see it is not bust in vain. This time. He's quite correct.
But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something like that?
Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lamiwa herself? I believe she's still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for our case?
Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now. Apollo, the victim told you. The victim said that the witness was blind. Do we have to go through the flashback again?
Bailiff, bring in Lamiwa.
Just like Polly to Clavier's flirt. Blind as fuck. Oh, to be that wall. Oh, to be that wall. Apollo memoria, sí.
Lamiwa, it pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way. And yet I must.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes. She really can't see? Really?
It is true. How funny it is that a tiny lie born in the Virginian countryside would one day grow to entangle this entire world.
Oh, so you are...
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamiwa. Now too that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamiwa.
Señora, qué dramática. What a drama queen. Lamiwa.
Oh, I see.
You may recall me saying something toward the beginning of this trial, her forehead.
What is that?
I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses.
Ah,
No, Lamiwa. I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yes, of course. Though I admit, I'm a little lost here.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. She's like me. She's someone and has no idea how now. Yeah. Lamiwa sighs.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in the world of darkness and sound. The producer came up with my beer line before we hardly knew this. As though, silly it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see.
Hmm.
I was to keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
She told us the truth in the beginning, when she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I would like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me.
Perhaps it is best that we let you get it out of your system.
¿Que la vier?
Someday you will come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. There was only one part that bothered me. Let me ask about that and I'll be happy. Cross-examination, let's go. No memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Next thing you will cross-examine with will be the witnesses, will be the prosecutors. As no, we don't say that. We only cross-examine parrots here. Indeed, we do. Let's see. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Letus?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice.
Even if I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You are thinking of when you discard the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was.
Sí, nah.
He's alive? Mr. Letus, can you hear me?
Sí, nah.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Letus. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Ren.
Mr. Letus told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I didn't know.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself.
Meaning what?
There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness, Iron. We've heard them many times, along with a little play acting by our defense. Please stop that.
I remember them well myself, but that statement is not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that.
Before? What came before that? Ah!
That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
I see. Ah, yes, I see.
Too bad the defense did not. Well, her forehead. We're relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
Apollo's sprite is like monkey.
Order, order.
Recall Lamiwak's earlier testimony.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were two shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point here. The moment he was shot, Mr. Letus witnessed her through that window. Who else would they have named her as the witness?
Ah,
But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots in the man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Your Honor,
What is it, bailiff? Did you see we're in session here? We have the results back from the investigation. The investigation?
oh, the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent, your report, please.
a police cute. Shit.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing.
Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
APXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Letus.
What?
Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Letus himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation. So, when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. Any causes clearer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Letus was an undercover in the Interpol agent. So him being Lamiwag's manager
Was just takeover, most likely.
is one other important detail I found.
Well, out with it.
It concerns that 45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Letus. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched.
So, the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver.
So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's got to tie in somehow, you would think.
Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Hold it! Wait!
Let me walk. Is something the matter?
What voices now?
Darian!
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him?
Oh no, it's the dick-haired man. 6 feet deep in shit, Darian. Oh dear.
You aren't saying!
That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Letus. When I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian.
Is this some kind of joke?
Nice try there, buddy.
What?
No way.
The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state. The trial had to be suspended temporarily. I have never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. I mean, what? Fingering Darian? No! 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 There's been a lot of fingering talk today in chat. I don't want to keep adding fuel to the fire today. Oh my goodness. Lamiwag pointing Darian at Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Did it really have been his voice Lamiwag heard? Things were changing fast and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. They're really shocked that his ex-boyfriend is being accused.
Hey, no one be off now, Apollo.
Aww. Druzy. To be continued. And that's it for today, everyone. Thank you for coming along. Oh, we've done a lot today. We've completed the first day of the trial, and we'll be back on Friday at the same time, at the same hour, to continue with the investigation of this trial. Allow me to very quickly return to games menu. I see you, Mars. I see you getting ready to continue simping for Clavier on the next stream. Alright. A mimir, yes. Todo el mundo a mimir, everyone. Go to sleep, you all deserve it. It's been a long day. And you have been simping for a long time as well. Yeah, today we did we did justice very well. Dormiré. Me. Exactly. Well, everyone, thank you for coming along. I will see you all next time on Friday for more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Buenas noches, gente. Toca descansar que sin no se hace solo. Exacto. Bye bye. Chao. Good night, everyone.